Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you 3 secrets to writing killer guitar solos. But first, here's me playing a guitar solo that I wrote that incorporates some of these techniques I'll be talking about. I hope you like that. So I've been recording myself a lot lately and writing a lot of new music, and I thought I would share these tips that I found in studying other guitar players that really help you create great guitar solos. The number 1 tip is incorporating both major and minor pentatonic scales over major chords. Switching back and forth between major and minor pentatonic scales is one of the number 1 things that you can do that's just going to make you sound like a badass guitar player. And all of the great guitar players whose solos are really memorable do this. So Prince is one of my favorite all-time guitar players. Prince is constantly playing minor thirds, or they would call sharp 9s, and dominant 7ths, or flat 7 notes, pentatonic notes, and minor pentatonic scales over major chords. And he's constantly switching back and forth between them. One of my favorite little Prince licks from the song Cream does exactly that. And that's the first time I noticed it and started trying to incorporate it into my guitar playing, which I did in the solo that you just watched as well. So for instance, in Cream, he goes like this. So it's in B flat, and he goes the B flat, major pentatonic, and then he goes to the minor pentatonic. Major, minor. One more time. So I also did that in the beginning of my solo for Country Roads at the intro. It's playing an A major chord, but I go to the minor third, I bend up to that. And then go. Now I'm also playing the dominant 7th chord there as well, because I'm playing the G instead of the G sharp over the A major chord. That's the G harmonic. So record yourself so you can develop the idea of what you like for your own sounds over certain basic chord progressions, and then just switch back and forth. So let's stay on an A major chord for 2 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to E, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4 to D, 2, 3, 4, D, and just exactly like that. So you go A, so you do A, and then you go to E, and then D. Let's say. So I'm switching back and forth there between the D, between each chord's major and minor pentatonic shape. And this is going to make a huge difference, and you'll start to notice that this is done constantly by the best guitar players. The second thing to making your guitar solos really killer is understanding the sounds of the different intervals that you can play over those different chords. Okay, so, and those sounds, let's say I'm playing an A major chord, and I want kind of more of like a powerful-ish, what I would say is like a powerful kind of sound. So I might go to like, because I'm playing a 4th there, and it's going to always have that, kind of have that sort of sound. So let's say I want sort of a little bit of power, but sort of still a little bit of longing in an interval sound that I'm playing over that progression to give it that sort of emotion that I want. And then let's sort of a major second is going to give me over A is going to give me a sort of longing type sound, but at the same time still with a little bit of happiness and power. So let's say like this. Right? And then I wanted to go with like more of just straight like, ah, you know, like glorious kind of thing, that I might incorporate a fifth. Okay, so understanding that these different kind of sounds, or like the minor third, is going to give you more of that bluesy-ish kind of minor-ish sound, like a over that A. So understanding what each kind of interval is going to give you over those different chords is going to really help you in developing emotion within your solos. And the number 3 thing to developing a killer solo is, can you sing it? The way that I create most of my best solos is by singing them. So for instance, that one, I can sing it. Down, 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 so that was what I was hearing in my mind when I go. And you'll notice that a lot of great guitar players actually sing their solos while they're creating them. Particularly if you watch John Mayer in the studio, he's always singing his solos. He's literally like singing it out loud as he's playing all of his solos. He's hearing those notes in his brain and then singing it, because 1, it kind of helps him develop the idea, I think, and 2, it's sort of like his whole body is involved in that and creating that sound and those melodies. So those are the 3 tips. Incorporate both major and minor pentatonic sounds over different types of chords. So don't just play a major pentatonic over a major chord. Starting to understand the sound, particularly of the minor third and the flat 7th over major chords. Number 2, starting to understand the sound of those different types of intervals over those different chords, so you know emotionally what those different notes are going to sound like played together over the chords that you're playing them over. And then number 3, and try and sing your solos, because that's going to give you a melodic base for your entire solo. And most of your favorite solos you probably can sing, and the most memorable ones like Hotel California, you can sing those solos because melodically they're so memorable. Good luck, guys.